Hey everybody, Happy New Year. I hope you had a great time with your friends and family over this holiday season, and we're kicking off this new year together, and we're doing something a little bit different. So what we're going to be doing is over the next 4 days, we're going to be joining together and reading God's Word and looking towards this new year. And we have this Bible reading plan we're doing together called Done With That. It's about escaping our old selves, escaping our past, moving forward, a great way to kick off this new year. Maybe you find yourself ready to do that. Maybe you're like, I need to put the past behind me. I need to put this past year behind me. I'm ready for a fresh start. And so this is a great plan for us to kick off this new year together. So over the next 4 days, what we're going to have is 4 days of reading. Every day there's a devotional, some thoughts, along with some Bible verses to read. And then we're going to have a video that corresponds with that. Some people from our Journey staff are going to be sharing, dialoguing together, and you can kind of join in on that, and I hope that will be an encouragement to you to start up this new year together. And so I want to encourage you, if you are not on the page currently, to go to our website, and you'll see a special page on our blog. You can, right from our home link, there's a link there as well, and it'll bring you right to this page. It has all 4 days, and it also has all of the details you need for the Bible reading plan, some links, some ways to use the Bible app, and maybe even a chance to download it for the first time. And so you'll find all of those details right on that web page, on the blog, on our website. So if you're not there now, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or something like that, I encourage you to go to our website first and get all the details. Because what we want to do is each day we want to read the devotional and the verses for that day and then watch the video. And so the video will correspond with each daily reading. You know, the YouVersion Bible app is a great resource. I want to encourage you to do another thing too, is to follow our church in the Bible app. We post featured plans that go along with series we do throughout the year. We have other ways that we can dialogue together. And so I just want to really encourage you to follow us right on the Journey Church in the Bible app. Every day there's like a verse of the day and a guided prayer with that. There is all kinds of reading plans and a lot of great resources in the YouVersion Bible app that can help you engage in God's Word. We want to read God's Word to know Him so He can guide us. And so we want to kick off the new year with that in mind. This is a chance for us to know God so He can guide us, so we can experience our best life in this relationship with Him. And so that's what we want to have. We want to kick off this new year with a special reading plan to know God so He can guide us, to bring us to new life, to escape our old selves, escape our past, so we can be done with that and be ready to move forward. So right now, if you haven't yet, download the Bible app, check out those links to get the Done With That reading plan. Make sure you read day 1 and then come back to this video. And if you haven't done that yet, and we're going to hear from a couple of our staff people today as a way for us to engage in God's Word, to know Him so He can guide us. Thanks for joining us today. Read that and then come back to this video.
Hi guys, welcome to the first day of our Bible reading plan, Done With That. I'm Jenny and this is Ayana. I hope you had a chance to read this, and if you haven't had a chance yet, pause the video and then come back to it. But this first day we're talking about pain and the good thing about pain and how we deal with that. So we're just going to discuss a few of the things that kind of stood out to us. Is there anything that stood out to you?
Yeah, I just really liked how he described like the purpose of pain, that like he used the example about golf, and I'm not a golfer, but I mean in like any other type of situation, like I fall and hurt my knee or my leg, whatever, I feel that physical pain and I know that I need to make a change. I need to rest, sit with ice on it till it gets better. But then he was kind of talking about like the other pains that God allows us to go through, emotional pain, relationship pain, and those just seem a little more difficult, right?
Yeah.
I
definitely seem to bury my emotions, or if I have a hard conversation that I have to have with somebody, I feel like I wait too long and then it just eats away at me too, and it doesn't make me feel very good. So it was interesting to read about that. Mm-hmm. I thought it was interesting that these are kind of like signs from God to maybe slow down and things like that. I guess I wasn't really thinking that way, to really pay attention and to slow down a little bit and to work on yourself. And I think that was a good point that they made there.
Yeah. I also, it reminded me too of earlier in 1 Peter. So one of the verses was 1 Peter 5:8-10, and that talked about resist him, standing firm in the faith, because you know that the family of believers throughout the world is undergoing the same kind of sufferings. Is like, so we're not alone in this. Like, you, me, everybody, we're all going through stuff.
Right.
And then the other thing is earlier in 1 Peter, it says, to you who are called, because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his steps. It's like Jesus already went through all of these things. Yeah. Jesus had pained relationships with family, with his disciples, with, everyone. Like there's pain everywhere that Jesus already went through. And so we can just remember that, like, we're not alone. Jesus went through it, and we can be done with that. Right, so what do you think about that?
I think, like acknowledging our pain is the hardest part, and knowing how to deal with that once we do acknowledge it. So.
Yeah. So over the next 3 days, we're going to see how we can make those changes. It's going to talk about how we can live the life God intended for us through humility, honesty, and hard work. Not going to be easy.
Please join us again for day 2.